So when I was first learning about confidence, and it's a subject that's fascinating to me, one of the biggest aha moments for me was recognizing that confidence isn't a skill. It's not like math or golf or something that we can maybe practice and get better at. It's actually an emotion. And I think when we recognize that confidence is an emotion, we recognize how it can be very volatile and sometimes completely absent when we need it the most. And there's this popular expression in society, right? Fake it till you make it. And it's just absolutely not true. When you're able to muster sincere confidence, it can be very inspiring to others. Yet to develop the confidence that is inspiring, it has to come from within, and it has to be sincere. And so confidence, it's important for us to know as leaders that it's all internal. The advice and the tips and the practices I'm going to give you, I'll never know if you're doing them. Yet when you can demonstrate them inside, you will be able to outwardly project strong confidence. So I'm going to talk through a couple of these practices in the context of a recent success that I just experienced. And it was one where, boy, did I ride the confidence roller coaster. About 8 months ago, I decided to run for public office. And this decision was a bit spontaneous. The gentleman in my local district had actually passed away while in office, and so they needed to hold a special election. And some recent political events had really left me wanting to be more involved. I never thought that I would be a candidate, yet I knew I wanted to engage more politically. And so I actually was very fortunate that a couple members of the community came and asked me to consider running. And so the moment they asked, I'll be really honest, my instincts were, nope, that's not for me. And candidly, I think it was a moment where I was lacking confidence. And so I started thinking about it, and I found that it is really important to experience success when we're facing a moment where we feel we don't have the confidence we need to take a first step or to move forward. We have to reflect back. What are other tough moments where we faced a challenge and we've been successful? And sometimes that's as simple as surviving a difficult Tuesday. We remember that day so much, and just looking back and realizing that we survived it when it was tough and daunting can give us confidence, right? Experiencing success is internal, and it's with us and ourselves. It's not having an I love you party with other people or I love me. It's really about, hey, I've got this capability and I've done things before. And so during that decision process, whether to run for office, I definitely was mindful of, I've done some things that were challenging before, and I think that this is something I should move forward on. So then, though, stepping up to run for office is a really public decision, and I'll be really honest, newsflash, people don't like politicians, right? Political leaders are not high on the spectrum of trust, right? They like Marines, they don't like politicians. And so there were a lot of people that had negative things to say. And I had to keep this strong internal dialogue, positive self-appraisals. Was I gonna be my own worst enemy and tear myself down? There were plenty of people willing to do that for me. Or was I gonna be this voice within myself that allowed me to have the courage to heighten and sustain and continue my efforts? I had to stay positive internally. The funny thing is, when you run for office, a lot of people come out of the woodwork to give you advice. But the key is, not all those folks have your best interest at heart. I really had to work to surround myself with positive role models. My husband was an amazing supporter. My friends, people that knew me before I entered the political world, they were the folks that I trusted and I knew had my best interest at heart. And I spent time in their company because, candidly, my confidence needed it. It was tough to face folks that were negative consistently. And then there were other emotions, and I think that's important for all of us as we work to develop our confidence, to recognize that if confidence itself is an emotion, there are going to be other emotions that are like kryptonite that can kill our confidence in an instant. Emotions like fear, worry, insecurity. These are all natural, normal, human emotions, especially when we're facing something that's challenging. And again, it can just be the tough Tuesday, right? It doesn't have to be a major life choice. We all have moments where fear, worry, and insecurity can take hold of us. So how do we overcome that? Right back at the start, right? The moment we sense those emotions, we have to work to experience our success. and take action in the face of them. Every time I was scared, and there were many times over the 8 months where I just feared that I had made the wrong choice, I was gonna make a stupid mistake, or maybe this wasn't for me. I definitely felt moments of insecurity. Can I really do this? Are voters really gonna see that I'm here to add value, I'm here to serve? A lot of times I had to work internally on my confidence. So it's all over now. The election happened, and I'm happy to say I won. I actually won, and now I'm an elected official, and I have this whole new opportunity to develop my leadership skills and hopefully add value to other people. Yet I feel very fortunate for the experience I've got on helping others develop their confidence, studying confidence, and the fact that in the toughest moments of my life, I've been able to apply those lessons. And that's the beauty of leadership development. It works. It's not a magic solution. It requires a lot of rigor and a lot of discipline and a fair bit of consistency from us as people. But in the end, we can build our confidence, just like we can build our ability to be credible, we can build our habit of being of service to others, and we can build our ability to be accountable when we make mistakes. Something I think I'm going to be doing a lot of as a rookie politician.